Hello everyone. Good afternoon and welcome to ixamBee. Today we have with us Ms. Twinkal Jain, who became an RBI Grade B officer from the DSIM stream. So many congratulations, Twinkal,
Thank
on
you, ma'am.
this great
Thank you for
achievement.
hearing me. Thank you having me.
So
Hello, everyone.
let me give a little brief and the difference between this particular department. So when RBI Grade B vacancies come out, everybody knows more about the general stream. There are two other streams: the DEPR stream and the DSIM stream. So DEPR is for economics and research, and DSIM is the statistics support department, for which also RBI Grade B officers are hired. And this year, there have been only 15 selections for RBI Grade B DSIM stream, and Twinkle is one of them. So, the magnitude of this achievement is even higher, I would say, for this particular stream. So, once again, very congratulations,
Thank
Twinkle.
you.
So, Twinkle, if we can, start a little, because many people today may not be knowing about how the exam pattern is like, and then, give a brief about how you went about using it. But before Twinkle is starting, let me give a little brief about Twinkle. Twinkle has done her MSc in statistics from University of Rajasthan in 2020, and currently she is pursuing her MPhil in statistics from Delhi University. And then she was preparing for the various opportunities in the research space because she was interested in the research. And here she is in RBI today. Yes, Twinkle.
Yes.
So, a little.
So this exam, RBI Grade B or DSIM, is in three phases: phase one, phase two, and phase three. In phase one examination, there are objective questions. 20 objective question you have to do in 2 hours. So there is enough time in phase one to attempt the 20 question. For each question, you have 6 minutes. In phase two examination, there are two papers. One is of statistics, and it is descriptive paper, and other one is the English paper, also descriptive paper. For the statistics descriptive paper, uh, we have a answer booklet. We have to write the paper,
Right.
not to type, and the paper is online. So you have to take like don't forget to take your questions which you attempted. So there are six sections in the descriptive paper. You in six sections there are three questions in each section. So total of the 18 questions are there, and you have to attempt only 5 questions from the sections, and you cannot attempt more than two from the one sections. So ultimately,
So,
minimum you have to attempt three sections.
so when you're talking about the sections, is the section divided as per the topics, or is it the type of question that is being asked?
Like in the eligibility of this exam is the masters in statistics or
Yeah.
the PGDBA course from which provided jointly by the IIT, IIM, and the ISI Institute. Uh, a master student should know various field in the statistics. Like in statistics, we have different fields like survey sampling design, demographic analysis, and the stochastic process. So these are the different topic which also have depth in it
Mm-hmm.
themselves. So these six sections are there. Name is probability sampling,
Okay.
uh,
Okay.
and second is the multivariate analysis, a stochastic process, and one is the statistical inference. Other one is the numerical analysis and the computer design.
Okay. And maximum you can attempt two questions from one section.
Yes,
Very
from
nice.
one section you can attempt maximum two only.
Okay. So, many people are wanting to know, and this is something I think everybody wants to hear. How did you prepare it? And before she starts, let me tell you, this was her first attempt, and she has cleared it in the first attempt. So, yes, Twinkle, your strategy, I think the golden words everybody is waiting for. How did you prepare?
Like from the I did graduation also in statistics. In
Mm-hmm.
starting, I was more interested in physics subject. I had the PAR scores, so
Okay.
I looked into the scope in statistics. So I found the two exams, like Indian Statistical Services, and the second is the RBI DSI exam, which contains statistics. So,
Mm-hmm.
as I told that I has interest in the research field, so I think that the RBI was the most suitable job for me, as they encourage their employees to research.
Mm-hmm.
Hence, so I started my journey and journey of preparation from the graduation itself. I prepared for the IIT JAM to get the to get the College of Masters as IIT, where I get the 87th rank, which was not the good enough for a general candidate to get into the IIT
I
Bombay or
think.
IIT Kanpur. So I took the admissions in my university again and prepared for the Indian Statistical Services. As Indian Statistical Services has more wide syllabus, but the
Mm-hmm.
RBI conceptually is more difficult than the ISS. So I took the syllabus of ISS, but I completed the syllabus in the way so that I can appear for the RBI also. So conceptually, I prepared for the RBI mostly.
Okay.
So for the
So,
IS,
yeah.
yeah.
Yes, please.
For the ISS, I also took the for the ISS perspective, I took the coaching from the Jaipur. From the
Okay.
Professor Yashbir sir, which was also my professor in the university. He is now retired.
Okay. Right. So, and any particular books or you can refer to that you have
Yeah,
used, or you will say one should not forget to read these books, maybe?
yeah, there are don't read so much books. A lot of books not necessary to read, but whatever book you are referring, you should focus on one or two books. For phase one, I have referred the VK Rohatgi book for probability and inference. One is the Mood Grable book I have referred, and the second is the NAPTEL lecture by Professor Shomish Kumar of Statistical Inference. The topic restricted intervals is most important, I would say, as most of the questions based on the uniform distribution are there,
Okay.
which was from the lecture, and the coaching notes. These were the my study material for the phase one exam, and for the phase two exam. Phase one exam is the objective, hence uh, the study material should be not in depth, but for phase
Okay.
two exam you have to study in depth, like
Mm-hmm.
no direct question is there, no direct question from the books, no direct question from the past year papers, and so you have to read thoroughly from the books, from the notes, from the teachers, from the NAPTEL lectures, wherever you are taking the material or the help, you have to go through for the second paper. And the for I have choose two sections in phase two paper. For phase two descriptive paper of statistics,
Okay.
two sections were the multivariate analysis and the survey sampling design, and one is the linear models and the econometrics. For the
Okay.
econometrics, I would suggest that the Gujarati book of econometrics is very well explained, and it also helped me in the interview. Like
Mm-hmm.
as econometrics is widely used by other RBI, and the foremost reason to choose these sections is also that these sections are widely applicable in the RBI
Okay. Right.
in comparison to the other sections.
Mm-hmm.
Hence, they helped you in the interview also. So
Okay.
for multivariate analysis, I used Johnson and Johnson books, which is a very good book, and NAPTEL lectures by Mitra sir, which is a professor from IIT Kharagpur. And don't forget to make your own notes, the
Own notes.
customized notes for the RBI. Like you are taking material from different sources, but try to customize it to the purpose of the RBI. Like if you are preparing for multiple exams, like for ISS, for RBI, but just customize your notes according to the RBI, not like for ISS or the other exam. Is the strategy for every exam is different.
Yes.
Material
So very important point you've touched upon, Twinkle, that you know, you to customize it to RBI or the strategy of the exam. So maybe can you you know, benefit of certain students explain what do we mean by customizing it to RBI strategy or RBI requirement?
like in first phase you have only 20 questions, and you'll if you'll ask senior, there are no previous year papers on the website for the first
Right.
phase. So if you'll consult the senior or any other person who have cleared the RBI, he would tell you that most of the questions are from inference or the probability, and 2-3 questions are from stochastic process. So if you are reading other subjects with objective perspective, then it would not be your help you. You have to uh, prepare your strategy like that you can attempt objective question from these parts anyhow,
Okay.
so that you can clear the phase 1 exam. And clearing phase 1 exam is not sufficient. You have to score good
Good.
in phase
Yeah.
1 exam, so that you can
In final selection,
reach
it
to the
helps you. Yeah.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, so I'll just highlight here the difference in DEPR and DSIM paper as compared to the general paper is that the phase one marks are also added. So whatever you are, it's not,
Yes.
it is qualifying, but your marks will be added in your final selection. So phase one, phase two, both the papers and interview, all is added to get your final score for the selection in DSIM and in DEPR both. So this is something, Twinkle, thanks for highlighting this, because sometimes, you know, not clearing, people think that first is qualifying in nature, so we need to just clear it. But we should aim to get high marks because ultimately it can help you in your final selection. Yes.
Yes. So
Okay.
in second paper, like a strategy should be like that not like if you are reading whole 6 sections, like each if you are giving time for each and every sections equal time, then it would not be beneficial for you, as it would be a very huge syllabus, like 6 sections, and reading all of the 6 sections in the depth. So I don't think it would a nice idea.
So everybody
So
can focus according to their own strength. What?
yes, I liked the multivariate analysis mostly, that because I studied multivariate analysis in my master's also, and I
Okay.
studied it well. That's why I chose multivariate analysis. Also, my ISS coaching helped me to opt these subjects, as in ISS fourth paper I had these subjects.
Okay.
Multivariate analysis and the design of experiment. But design of experiment is not an option in RBI. Hence, I prepared sampling survey
Okay.
and the
So the
econometrics.
six, so the six sections here that are there, you already told which ones are more relevant for RBI. But if anybody has comfort in other sections, how many sections should they at least prepare for? Like so all six you are saying would be very huge. So one
Yes.
way focus
So I have minimum 3 section you should prepare, and the
minimum.
and or also see the basics of the each section. Like sometimes from some section there are very easy questions,
Okay.
and also each question, if you are attempting one question having some parts, like one question having 2 parts A and B, then you are knowing A part but not knowing B part.
B
But
part. Hmm.
sometimes time constraint also. So if you are doing A part only, then it would add 10 marks. So that will also a case, like in any worst condition, you can also attempt, and or at least 10 marks तो आपको मिल सकता है.
मिल सकते हैं. राइट. तो ट्विंकल कितना बड़ा आंसर लिखते हैं आप यूजुअली डिस्क्रिप्टिव में फॉर स्टैटिस्टिक्स?
फॉर आरबीआई वो ऐसा नहीं होता है कि आपको बहुत सारा लिखना होता है, बट वॉट एवर यू आर राइटिंग टू द पॉइंट आपको लिखना होता है, और बहुत क्रिस्प तरीके से और बहुत सफाई से आप लिखें, तो मुझे लगता है वो प्रेजेंटेबल तरीके से आप लिखें तो वो सही होता है, और जितना पूछा है आप उतना लिखें, आपको उतना मार्क्स मिल जाता है.
Okay.
ऐसा नहीं हो कि आपको मतलब ये थेरेटिकल तो है नहीं, आप
Mm-hmm.
डेरिवेशनल, मोस्ट ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस आर ट्रिकी एंड डेरिवेशनल, तो आपको डेरिवेशन करना होता है और बस आंसर तक पहुंचना होता है. समटाइम्स क्वेश्चंस आर वेरी कैलकुलेटेड एंड वी आर नॉट अलाउड फिजिकल कैलकुलेटर, सो
Mm-hmm.
वर्चुअल कैलकुलेटर यूज करना होता है. और इफ यू आर यूजिंग वर्चुअल कैलकुलेटर इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट एंड
Takes time.
इट टेक्स टाइम, इट टेक्स सो मच टाइम. सो आप सिर्फ अपना आइडिया वहाँ प्रेजेंट करें, अपनी अप्रोच प्रेजेंट करें और कैलकुलेशन छोड़ दें अगर आपको टाइम कंस्ट्रेंट है तो.
But वैसे was the time sufficient for the paper? 3 hours I think you get for the descriptive
No,
paper.
like for the descriptive paper, I had no time left. Also, I was about to attempt the fifth question, and I
Mm-hmm.
had last 5 to 7 minutes
Okay.
and also the 5 minutes more as they took time to collect copies. So in that last time, I did my last question and only the one part, like a part of it. So I attempted 4.5 question.
Okay. Okay. Were you nervous?
Yeah.
So after that you had your English paper, or before that you had your English
After
descriptive
that, I
paper?
had my English paper.
Okay. So what was your strategy to prepare for your English
For
descriptive?
like I used to read blogs or the this newspaper on daily basis, and
Mm-hmm.
this only is enough. You don't need to refer much English books, but like three things you have to keep in mind. First, that don't exceed the word limit.
Right.
Write clear and don't use hard vocab like big words, and
Okay.
and write sweet and to the point, like on the topic. If they are asking on cyber security, then give one and two example. Like you have to write on 300 words, and they are very मतलब जब आप लिखने लगते हो तब बहुत जल्दी वो 300 वर्ड्स खत्म हो जाता है. तो यू हैव
खत्म हो
टू
जाते हैं.
हाँ,
Right.
यू हैव टू बी लाइक दैट वो 300 वर्ड्स में आप सबसे ज्यादा इंफॉर्मेशन दे सको, और मतलब वो इंफॉर्मेटिव भी होना चाहिए, वो पढ़ने में भी आसान होना चाहिए, और वो आपके अ, समझ में भी आना चाहिए. लाइक आप बहुत ज्यादा हार्ड वोकैब भी यूज करेंगे तो वो भी एक नेगेटिव पॉइंट हो सकता है.
So easy to understand and simple and short sentences, जैसे हम
यस,
बोलते
सिंपल
हैं
एंड
in English.
शॉर्ट एंड क्रिस्प.
And did
यस.
you have to practice typing? Did you face any problem in attempting the paper?
Yeah. For the statistics second paper, mm, my time management was not really good, as I think that if you choose others, yeah, you can explore the different. If you are not doing multivariate analysis previously or some other thing previously, or you are new to this, like you have to choose two options, and you are doing start with 2 3 sections,
Mm-hmm.
then please choose the stochastic process, as the questions are from matlab questions are very short, like their answers are very short. So you have to choose one or two sections like that जो क्वेश्चन का आप आंसर कर रहे हैं उसमें बहुत ज्यादा टाइम नहीं लग रहा है. इन मल्टीवेरिएट एनालिसिस और द सर्वे सैम्पलिंग क्वेश्चंस आर कैलकुलेटिव एंड डेरिवेशन. तो उसमें समटाइम्स क्या
Mm-hmm.
होता है, आप जब लिख रहे होते हैं उसके बाद भी ये होता है कि नहीं बन रहा है, तो आपको चेंज करना पड़ रहा है क्वेश्चन, या फिर आप दूसरे ऑप्शंस देखने पड़ रहे हैं, तो वहाँ पे आप बहुत ज़्यादा श्योर नहीं हो पाते हैं. बट तो वो एक स्ट्रैटेजी आप काम में ले सकते हैं.
Okay. Very, very helpful and detailed points, Twinkle, you are telling. I'm sure everybody who is listening, it will be very, very helpful to them. Twinkle sir, like you were talking about three phases, हमने two phases की already बात करी आपसे. What about the third phase, interview? So when you got the interview call, I'm sure you must be over the moon that time also. And then okay, before that, one last thing. So between the phase one and phase two, usually there I think there was around 25 days, 20 25 days in between. So that time you said, like at the first phase we should focus on the MCQ objective part. We should be focusing on that. So was the time enough between phase one and phase two for you to prepare for phase two completely?
No. phase one exam on 6th March and the second phase exam on 31st March. And the
31st.
result came out of for the first phase exam is on 14th March.
Mm.
So time is very less between these two, phase one and phase two. If one is determined and wanted to create the RBA exam, he or should prepare for the phase two exam before the phase one exam.
Okay.
In that time, you can only do a quick revision.
Revision. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that revision also, I think you should start the very next day of giving your phase one, not wait for the
Yes.
result, because that
Yes.
will
Yes.
further
That
reduce your
will,
time by
yeah,
another
your
1 week.
time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So yes, now let's talk about phase three, the interview. And this time again, interview, we got a lot of time, maybe because
Yeah.
COVID came in, so there was
Yeah.
uncertainty about the dates.
Also, the DSIM candidates especially get more time
Yeah.
comparing to the general candidates, as when their interview are running, then we get time, enough time. So our
Yes.
interviews are later than
After,
them.
yeah,
Yeah.
after the general streams are over. Yes. So, what was your preparation? What for the interview?
Yeah, but as I was not an economic student, and but I always had interest in the economics and finance, and in statistics I also used to work on the economic and financial data sometimes. So that helped me in the RBI interview also. Also, my research interest helped me in the interview. Also, I prepared like banking, all the banking structure, basic economics, basic economic terms, and the monetary policy and the fiscal policy run by
Okay.
the government in the RBI. These topics I prepared, and also the technical of this, as the statistics was my background. So these questions were also there.
So, how much time were you spending in preparing for your technical subject, of course, and then because you were preparing and studying something about RBI, banking, and the monetary policy system, because these are areas of interest of RBI. So, how much time would have you spent on trying to understand apart from your statistics? Hello. Hello. Mm. Twinkle, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes, Twinkle. Sorry for this interruption. We're having a little network issue here. Twinkle, can you hear me? Yes, Twinkle, I can. Yeah, you're back. So we're back online again. Yeah. So Twinkle, like you were saying that you prepared for certain areas of interest of RBI, like trying to understand basic economic terms and about the monetary and fiscal policy and about the basic banking structure. So how
Yes.
much time would have you spent on this and revising your statistics?
Like I used to do a lot of discussion. My sister is from the data science field, so I
Okay.
used to discuss statistics with her. One of my friend is from economic background, so I used to discuss the daily things which are RBI doing. That the daily news from the RBI website, the notifications RBI on the RBI page, and the RBI website. So I used to give 3-4 hours to reading and 3-4 hours to discussion on the daily basis.
Okay, on a daily basis. And this was just for the interview that you were
Yes, yes, for the
doing.
interview.
And did you start doing this after the interview dates came out or after the
After
result
the
came?
interview dates came out, like, no,
Okay.
after the result got declared, after that I
Okay,
prepared
after
for that.
the
Not for the,
you
I
yeah.
didn't wait for the interview dates.
Okay, great, great. So very determined, very you were, and you did not spare any minute, did not waste any minute to not prepare. Right. So, how did the actual interview, Twinkle, go with the mock interview you had in ixamBee also? How helpful was it, and in your
the,
actual
the
interview?
first interview, first mock interview I took is from ixamBee, and it was really helpful. It was the kick point for me as a statistics student. I was thinking that वो मुझसे सिर्फ statistics ही पूछेंगे, they don't expect me much economy, but they expect, or if they don't expect, it is if you know, it is your plus point.
Plus point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so I no, this was my kick point, that I should prepare for the banking structure also, I should prepare economy also, and I should prepare for the banking terms also. Like I should know the things that RBI is what RBI is doing,
Doing.
and if you are not aware about it, then it is your negative point.
Okay, okay. So, how was your actual interview, Twinkle? How long did it go? What areas did it touch on?
The actual interview is not more than 15 minutes. It is like average between 12 to 15 minutes. And the interview panel is quite like good, and not, they didn't grill so much. Like if you are knowing something, they'll ask from the topic. If you say that I don't know from this topic, or I'm not aware about it, they quickly change the section. I know they were asking me about the masala bond. I had no idea about it. Then they quickly changed it to the financial inclusion index, and I told them about that. And also they asked me what other indexes RBI is telling. They asked about me in technical question. They asked about me the principal component analysis, which is the topic of the multivariate analysis. They also asked me the methodology of forecasting, GDP. They asked me what is the GDP. They asked me the role of the DSIM, especially, and what are the different publication RBI publish, and they also emphasized on my research, as in DSIM it is the post of the research officer. That's why. So it was also a plus point for me. And also they asked me that particular surveys are DSIM do, and the consumer confidence survey. Also
Yeah.
they asked me that what will be the explanatory variables you will use to forecast GDP. Then they asked me what is the agriculture index you can use to mm, or like a particular constant on the basis of which you can tell the growth in the agriculture index, agriculture sector. So
Sector. Yeah.
these were the combination of the like technical thing, and the economy and the RBI thing.
What is happening around in the
Yeah,
economy
and they
also?
also asked me the difference between the methodology between IMF used for the forecasting, and the RBI used for the forecasting.
Yeah. So great, great. Uh, uh, you were very well prepared, and the good part, as Twinkle has told in such detail, there was a methodology she followed, and she was very consistent. She knew what she wanted, and in the very first attempt, she has achieved it. Before this, she has given GATE exam also twice, and last time she got an AIR of 67. Yes, a very focused approach, and work towards your goal. Twinkle, we wish you a lot of luck. And today RBI has released, the handbook of statistics on Indian economy. I'm sure you'll be working for it on the content of this, publication for the next time. And we'll be happy to see your name there sometime soon. All the best, Twinkle. Thanks
Okay,
again for sparing time for
thank you,
sharing
thank you
your
for having
strategy.
me. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day. Thanks everybody for joining in.